we need to graph the equation 4y equals 3x plus 8. In the previous two problems, you found the slope and the y-intercept. However, you cannot find the slope or the y-intercept without solving for y first. For this one, if you said that the slope was 3 and the y-intercept was plus 8, that would be incorrect because that is not this equation. So what we have to do is we have to get y by itself, and we get y by itself by moving this 4 to the other side. We do it by opposite operation, so 4 times y, the opposite is division. So we want to move this 4, and whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other. So we've got to divide everything by 4. The left side cancels, and we're left with y. Now, on the right side, we've got to divide everything by 4. That means the 3x and the plus 8. Always carry the sign out and then make your heart because, remember, we love math. We do 3x divided by 4. Now, that is not a whole number. That is not a good division necessarily. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave that as a fraction, just like this. 3 over 4, and then we're going to put an x right next to it like that. 3 over 4 times x. Now we take plus 8 and we divide it by 4. A positive 8 divided by 4 is a plus 2. Now we have solved for y. Now we have it in slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. And now we can find our slope and our y-intercept. Remember, slope is m, y-intercept is b. So we say m is the number in front of x. So it's going to be 3 over 4, and it's positive because there's no sign out front. And the y-intercept is going to be b right here. We take the sign, which means it is a plus 2. Or we could just write it 2 for positive 2. Now we graph. And the first thing we do when we graph is we're going to graph the y-intercept, which is where the graph crosses the y-axis. So we're going to put a dot at positive 2. Now we can graph our slope. And remember, slope is rise over run. So this is positive. So when we move, when we do our rise, we are going to go up because it's positive. And we're going to go up 3 over 4. And remember, even if you're looking at a graph, I know you guys didn't actually graph this one, always count. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Always, always, always count. Because if you count incorrectly, you will not have a correct graph. We put our arrows, we make our straight edge, and that is our graph. Crosses at the positive 2, has a rise of 3, run of 4. And the correct answer for this one is going to be number 3.